welcome to my channel. I'm gonna go over this camper trailer I'm building. It's this budget, easy DIY. I guess you call it a square drop, micro camper, or whatever you want to call it. I'll just give you a brief overview. I got a lot of build footage I'll put in here. It's a 4x8 Harbor Freight trailer I've had for years. I stripped it down and built this on top of it. It's basically a box. It's 2 foot high with a truck canopy on it. And I can actually take the whole thing off. So if I wanted to be able to use my trailer as a flatbed, I can do that. The goal and idea was to go as cheap as possible. I wanted to build a bigger trailer, or a more in-depth trailer, but I don't know. Money's tight, everyone knows that, and I just wanted to keep it simple and light. I might do a better build in the future, we'll see. But all together, I just put the tongue box on, but all together, material, paint, tongue box, truck canopy, which I bought used, at about $400, so I'm pretty happy with that. And again, I already had the frame, so that's not including the trailer. But got a trailer box up front. I will be putting a battery in here, deep cycle battery to run 12-volt lights and stuff inside, but I'm going to keep it real simple. I thought about building a slide out kitchen here, which I may end up doing or I may not. But the goal is to start using it pretty soon. Keep it super lightweight for fuel mileage, and be able to pull it behind my Subaru Forester. And so basically after the holidays and everything next year, I plan on taking some road trips and some adventures. So I'll take you all along with me. And that's about it. So like I said, I've got a whole bunch of build videos I'll throw in here, and you can watch that process. And maybe I'll grab the camera and just do a quick walk around. All right, a quick walk around. I'll try to keep this short. It's the tongue box. Got that on Amazon. It was about $115. Used truck canopy I think here I'm gonna do some elastomeric paint because I've got some to help waterproof that. I don't intend on using this in severe weather, but you never know. See inside of the back. Should be plenty of room for me and the dogs and some storage. I will be covering the ceiling at some point. And that's basically it. Oh, I'll also be putting some sort of a rack on top so I can put my kayak on it. Take my kayak on trips. Spare tire mounted here. This is a 2x3 square tube. I redid the tongue on this because it failed on me at one point. So it's a lot stronger. I've got a trailer jack here, so. All right, well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll be going on some adventures in this thing. And give it a like and a comment. Tell me what you think. And hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'm stripping down my trailer. Got new plans for it. I'm gonna, right now I'm taking her down to the frame. I gotta do some paint touch-ups, some repainting. I've got new plans for it. I've mentioned before that I've been wanting to build a square drop, a little teardrop square drop trailer. Well, I'm kind of going that route, but I'm going budget. I'm gonna spend as little money as possible, basically. So I picked up this truck canopy the other day, and it's a 4x8 trailer, and this is 51 inches wide, so it's just over 48 inches wide, and it's 74 inches long. I wish it was 8 foot, but finding one that skinny 8 foot, I don't think is even possible. I don't think any pickups were made like that, at least not in a long time. So this is off a little truck, probably a Ford Courier or something like that back in the day. Maybe an S10, I don't know. But anyways, it's gonna be basic, almost the perfect width. This way I don't have to spend as much money on building materials and worry about waterproofing as much. And I think it's gonna work good. So right now I'm just kind of planning and figuring stuff out, but I'm gonna go budget. I'm basically just gonna go wood and plywood underneath it. And this will set on it, and I'll have about 4 foot of height inside. And be my little mini camper to pull behind the Subaru Forester. All right, here's the progress so far. The canopy is going to come to here. And then the front will be, if I made it come to the very end of the canopy, it would be really tight for me. It would be just about my height. So I'm gonna have this front 2 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot area is gonna be kind of leg room. I hate to have my head down at the end, but it might work out best. We'll see how it works out. But I'm also thinking about putting a drawer that comes out on slides, and then I'll have 2 sets of slides, and I'll have my camp stove and then a sink come out, and that way I can stand here, have my camp stove, and I've got a collapsible sink. So that's kind of my plan. I'm not gonna get that far just yet. That's probably about as far as I'm gonna get today. But I'm gonna box in the whole front here. I still have some, I'm gonna put an upright 2x4 here. I've got 2x2 running along the side here. I'll put another piece in here, but I think it's gonna work out really good. And I just set the canopy on here to test fit it. It's fitting just right. I can't open this, oh, no. The little shock absorbers are rusted, so I gotta replace those. But I think it's gonna fit just right. Well, I got the front boxed in. The camper's just sitting on there for now. I think I'm gonna wait before I screw all this down. That way, if I make my slide out drawer, it'll be easier to get to everything. Tempted to put a hinge on this and make this open, but keeping it sound and watertight would probably be a problem. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. All the edges and corners, I'm gonna do metal flashing. Make it look better and help seal it. But just kind of simply framed with 2x2s inside. Insulating the floor with some foam board. I'm also going to do the ceiling of the canopy too. Should help keep it cooler. Alright, I got that foam board insulation in and a sheet of plywood over it. So eventually I'm going to put the foam board on the ceiling and the walls of the camper, and I think I'm going to try to carpet that, and I might go ahead and carpet the sides. We'll see. I might just leave it wood. I might do like a vinyl floor so it's easy to slide stuff in and out, but that'll be finishing touches. All right, I got her pretty much complete. I caulked all the seams. Got the rear door on. I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna have it yet. Probably have it swing out. I thought about attaching it to the canopy door and have it raise up, but I think it'd be too much weight for it on this hinge and everything, so probably gonna make it swing out. Went ahead and got this all screwed down and caulked. But it's getting there. We got some paint. Got a first coat on the bottom. Went with an oil-based barn and outbuilding paint. I want to do gray, and I couldn't find any oil-based gray paint. So I got white and I've got a quart of black. I'm gonna mix and make gray. I figured I'd just do the bottom in white first because it won't be seen. That way I can get the level of the can down a little bit. I'm gonna put another coat on it probably tomorrow after it's dry. We'll see how it goes mixing it up. But yeah, I'd like the visible part to be gray. So we'll see how it works out. All right, I got the bottom painted yesterday. Today I painted the main body. I mixed that a quart of black. I ended up pouring the whole thing into what was left of the white. I'm pretty happy with the color. And I think it's gonna work just fine. It's kind of to get a little bit darker gray, but I'm actually liking this. This is gonna look good. I've used maybe a third of that gallon because when I poured that quart in there, it filled it back up. So I'm gonna be able to put probably at least 2 more coats on. So I'm just gonna put as much paint on it as I can. This may not be super long term, but I'm really liking it. All right, just wrapped up coat number 2. Still fairly warm day. It's probably around 70 degrees now. In the evening, I'm supposed to start cooling down this weekend, be 40s at night and 60s during the day, so I'm glad I got it done. So she should dry and cure. I do have probably a third to a half a can left. I'd like to get another coat on, but I don't know if it's gonna be warm enough. So I might go ahead and set her back on the frame and put another coat on later, so we'll see. But it's coating fairly well. And again, this is an oil-based paint, so I think it's soaking into the wood well. It certainly looks like it. It's a nice coating. So I think it'll turn out good. Working on insulating the canopy now. I got one 4x8 sheet of the styrofoam, and I'm using the Gorilla Spray adhesive. So we'll see if it works. I think I got enough left over, and I got a little bit in there. So I think I got enough to do the sides. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know how well the glue will stick. I kind of want to spray glue carpet in here, but I might end up just putting a thin veneer wood panel or something on it. If that glue don't seem to hold. So I haven't made that decision yet. But I should insulate it pretty decently and keep it from sweating when I'm inside. Keep it warmer and cooler. All right, I've got metal on the edges now. I caulked this seam. I don't know how well this caulk is gonna last, but thinking about, I've got some elastomeric paint when I painted the roof of the bus. I don't know if it's still good. It's several years old, but I'm gonna check and see if it's good. I might paint this lid with elastomeric paint. Maybe tape it off here. So that's kind of the plan there. I'll probably end up doing that eventually. It is white, and I'll probably do the roof of the canopy with that also. It's a really good insulator and a sealer. So that's probably gonna be done in the future. But I just put some aluminum flashing here. This is galvanized metal flashing. I've got the top screwed down. I caulked all these joints. This is actually clear, it'll dry clear. But anyways, it's mounted, and the main part is done. I did get these struts freed up. They still kind of bind a little bit and they're noisy, so I might replace them with gas struts eventually. We'll see. You can see a bunch of rust is falling out, but they'll do for now. I put a foam gasket under the canopy, and then I had leftovers, so I made a gasket for the door. I'm gonna leave that shut so it sticks. I did put a piece of flashing on this and a piece of flashing along the bottom to help seal. The inside's just bare for now. I got a tongue box on order from Amazon. It's gonna go here. It's a big, wedge shaped tongue box. It's plastic. It's actually quite a bit cheaper on Amazon than Harbor Freight or anything. So anyways, that's gonna go on there, and I'm probably gonna house I've got a deep cycle battery. I'm probably gonna house that. I've got a plug for the solar panel to plug into to charge it. I'll run probably just a hot wire inside for a 12-volt plug and a couple lights in there on the inside. But she's pretty darn close to done. Definitely going to be usable after all this caulk dries. It's fairly warm today. I think it's in the 60s. Probably get up close to 70 today, so hopefully all this caulk will dry. And a little flashing on top of the door there. So I'm pretty pleased with it. The side was bowing in, but now that I got it bolted to the canopy, it's staying nice and straight. So the door opens and closes pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that's how she's looking for now. Thought about trying to paint this, but this is aluminum. Getting paint to stick to it would be a little tough. I might just leave it. I don't mind it. It looks pretty clean. I might go around and mask it off and repaint all the edges and maybe get some of this. I know you can get this rubber cover. I might get some more of that. We'll see. But looking good so far. I'm probably gonna make a rack so I can hang or mount my kayak on top somehow. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that, but I'll probably end up doing that because I want to take my kayak on the road, especially locally, go fishing and stuff. But she's looking pretty good. All right, my tongue box came in today. Just got it mounted. I had some of this weather stripping gasket. Figured I would stick that on there and see if it'll even stick. See if that'll help waterproof it. But yeah, I like it a lot. I wanted plastic. I wanted something light and not metal. Aluminum would have been nice, but they're quite a bit higher. But the steel ones tend to rust out, so like I said, I wanted plastic. Latch is a little stiff, but I think it's gonna work out good. I think I'll mount my battery in here. Figure out how to run the wire through. Make sure it doesn't leak, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think it'll work out good. Looks really good, I like it. I already had this plywood mounted to some unistrut, and I needed a little clearance to clear the jack, so I added these slats here. I might pull this off later and paint it. I still got some of that gray paint, so. But it looks good, I like it.